We have officially got more information on the Xbox Project Helix, and there's some good things and some bad things. So let's get straight to what you need to know. Now first, let's talk about hardware, because of course the next gen Xbox is supposed to have some impressive performance, and so far they did give us some information about what we can expect in terms of performance. Now so far they will also be using AMD, which of course AMD is one of the most popular options when it comes to console gaming, because both Xbox and PlayStation utilize AMD components. But so far, it looks like the next-gen Xbox, Project Helix, is going to have something known as AMD FSR Diamond. Now this is not going to be also your standard FSR that you have on PC systems, but rather more custom to the Xbox. Now, I'm pretty sure this might also be found with the PS6, which of course we don't know too much about that just yet, it's still fresh, but what FSR Diamond is able to do, it's going to be able to allow you to do a lot more things, which one of them does include path tracing. So instead of ray tracing, you get path tracing, which will actually look a lot better for your gaming experience. Now, of course, we'll have more AI upscaling, which will allow you to have better graphics, especially with a title that isn't custom for, let's say, 4K gaming. But it does look like AMD and Microsoft were working really closely together to make sure the next-gen console is going to have some good performance for any title. But so far, Project Helix looks like it will be able to do native 4K gaming and 120 FPS, and obviously has the AI upscaling as an option. And then of course, one of the main big talks about the next gen console is that, well, it'll be a console, but a PC. Because yes, it's going to be a PC/console hybrid. Now we will talk more about this topic later on in the video, but do keep in mind, there is some downsides to this. But in reality, the reason why Xbox is doing this is to make it easier for a lot of developers to make their game. So instead of making a game for, let's say, 2 different platforms, they can just focus on one, which will be PC port. So basically, if you're a developer that is wanting to make a game for, let's say, a console, all you gotta really do is make your game towards PC and should be able to work on the Xbox console. So yes, that is kind of a big plus for a lot of developers. But enough talk for the hardware side, let's talk about software, where we might actually know already what we can expect in terms of the next Xbox OS. Now, if you are someone that has either used the Xbox RG Ally, it's going to be very similar to that look. Which, yes, it is going to basically just be an Xbox mode on a PC system. And we'll actually talk more about that because that might be coming out to PC systems very soon. So yes, Project Helix will actually allow you to obviously use the Xbox Game Store. You'll also be able to have access to Steam, Epic Games, GOG, and so many more other storefronts. But that's where we're going to transfer to some of the things that seems a bit shady and just doesn't make sense of why people would actually go for this console. Now, so far it looks like basically in this type of console format, it'll just be a PC. It's just going to be a PC that has access to an Xbox game mode. So taking this as an example, the Series S, it'll be like this, but able to run Windows 11. That's the best way to actually really describe the next-gen console. It's just going to be a PC system in a form factor of a console. And that's where I don't understand why Xbox did the next thing. And that is, well, they're going to be bringing that mode that you'll be expected with Project Helix to standard PC systems. And for those I wanted to know, you can actually have Xbox mode coming basically in April. So that means if you're someone that has a good PC, you can very soon actually access Xbox mode in April. So yes, if I can just go for a PC that can have that access and basically just have Xbox mode as an option, then what's the point of going for Project Helix? And I mean, so far, we don't know a confirmation of pricing just yet for Project Helix, but rumors are still speculating over $1,000 or maybe just closer to it. So it's starting to make no sense for this next-gen console. But now let's talk about the release window. Now, so far, there's no confirmation of when we can expect Project Helix to actually come out, but the GDK versions of the consoles is expected to be shipping out to developers in 2027. So we could in fact actually expect Project Helix to come out sometime late 2027, or roughly the same time as the PS6, which is going to be in 2028. And ironically, that's also going to be when we're going to expect new GPUs from NVIDIA. So it's going to be another case of what's going to be best to go for, a PC, an Xbox, or a PlayStation. And as a final little note, if you're someone that is currently still on the current generation of Xbox, there's also some updates coming very soon that might be actually improving the performance for most of the Xbox consoles. But do let me know, do you think you'll actually go for the next gen console, or would you rather just go for a PC? Because if it's going to be the same price as a high-end PC with the next gen console, then what's the point? Just go for a PC. But I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next one. Be safe as always, and have a good day onwards. Bye.